Welcome back, guys. I thought I'd do this video today to give some kudos and some very high praise to Jody, the developer of OBRevenge. Now, just recently, you may have seen some videos that showed the install procedure of Jody's new product, Jody's new installer, Arch Linux installer. When I say installer, it is similar to Architect, similar to Feliz, and the end result is basically a Arch Linux, a bare bones uh, Arch Linux install in your choice of desktop. So the difference between Jody's Revenge installer is that the process itself, the end result is the same. The process, the overall process, basically is going through the install procedure and allowing you to select just the software packages that you want. I think what sets Jody's installer apart from the others, and as you know, in the past, I have stated that I thought Feliz was the best because I'm looking at it from a new Arch user perspective. What is the easiest way that the average user can enjoy Arch Linux? Of course, there's always Manjaro, but you don't have complete control over your Manjaro install. Manjaro does. So, in this case, Jody has developed a graphical user interface for an installation of plain vanilla Arch Linux in your choice of desktop. The sequence that he uses, the instructions that he uses, basically eliminates most of the possibility of an error. The questions that he asks during the install are so intuitive and so easy that more likely than not, you're going to end up with a successful install. So, in my opinion, the install, the Arch Linux, or the Revenge installer for Arch Linux, developed by Jody, uh, is the number one installer at this point in time. I think it has slightly surpassed the Feliz installer because of its ease of use and intuitive procedure. The graphical interface makes it more comfortable. There is more of a familiarity for the average user, so it's easier to end up with a plain vanilla Arch install that you can then tweak to whatever it is you want it to be. I went through the install and I just selected the XFCE desktop. This is what you're looking at. I installed the Conky that everybody was asking about. I've got some system tray icons installed. I left the panel configuration at default. I installed Steam. I installed Battle.net. I did find a couple of issues. Jody has resolved them. So the latest version of Jody's installer should be uh, just about perfect. I found a few issues. I passed them along to Jody. Jody followed up and took care of the problems. And so I don't think on this particular install I found zero issues. So I can tell you that more likely than not you're going to have a successful install with this procedure. Now let me show you Jody's download location. Okay, so it's called the Revenge Installer. And I think if you search on that, you will find it. There it is. You see the SourceForge? Now, there are a few install videos that were done in a virtual box. I did not do it in a virtual box, and that's why I did not video the actual installation procedure. I wanted to install it to real hardware because that's what you guys would be doing. If you want to see the install procedure and see how easy it is, you can take a look at one of the existing videos. And if you want to give it a try, then go to this SourceForge page, the Revenge Installer, click on Browse All Files, and then select the file for your architecture, either the 64-bit or the 32-bit. Download it, burn it to a USB, as you would normally do. Boot from that USB, and it'll bring you into the graphical interface for the Arch install procedure. You cannot get any easier than that. Jody deserves a big pat on the back for doing this, because you know there's a lot of work that goes into developing a distribution or an installer. And as you know, it's open source and everything is free. Um, and people don't make contributions, in my opinion, as they would if they had to go out and purchase software. Now, I'm not saying you have to purchase the software. You absolutely do not. But there is a time when you can show your appreciation to a developer who has put a lot of time into something that you're using on a daily basis. Again, two big thumbs up to Jody for doing this. He's created a fantastic vehicle for the average user to be able to enjoy Arch Linux. In my opinion, for a variety of reasons, mainly package management, Arch Linux is the Linux flavor, we'll call it flavors, that I prefer. I would have to say Arch is number one for me, and for a couple of reasons, Ubuntu is slightly ahead of Debian, but I like Debian also. So guys, that is it for this video. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.